Vlog number 2. Y'all, what's going on? Welcome to vlog number 2. My name is Daniel once again. This week doing things a little bit differently, changing up the energy a little bit, standing as opposed to sitting, and doing things a little bit more on the fly. I know last week was a little bit more serious, a little bit more somber, a bit more scripted, I guess you can say, a bit more linear as far as what I was talking about and things like that. So I'm gonna be freestyling a little bit more with this vlog, trying something a little bit different. I mean, I do have some stuff written down right over here that you might see me looking at a little bit, you know, just kind of reference guides of some of the things I might want to touch on. But for the most part, I'm just kind of be winging it. So hope it doesn't suck. One of the things that's kind of been on my mind this past week has been obviously Mind Affiliate, but more so building Mind Affiliate, thinking about some of the things that Mind Affiliate would need. Right now, for the most part, I'm doing most of the editing, most of the filming, most of the recording, all that kind of stuff like that. Hopefully, it gets to a point where there's so much content that's being produced that it's gonna be hard for me to kind of do everything. You know, I like to try to be a jack of all trades, master of none type person, but yeah, eventually I'm gonna need help. And one of the areas where I think that I could probably use some of the most help is gonna be in the animation and graphics design department. Now, I will say that the new intro that just played at the start of this vlog, I did make that. And depending on your experience with graphic design, you probably think, wow, that was a real piece of shit. Or if you don't really know shit about graphic design, you were probably thinking, wow, that was fucking awesome. I wonder if you can make me some shit too. Well, I can't, because that took me fucking forever. But having somebody who can do that in a snap and do even better stuff would be awesome. Also having someone who can do animation. I'm going to be dabbling in animation very soon, but if you already have experience doing it and you want to help out, then hey, hit me up. Let's talk. Also, one of the things that comes a little bit more naturally to me, it's going to be something that I am pretty well versed in. I used to do it a lot back in the day. I still do it now, obviously, but audio engineering, production, video editing, doing all that kind of stuff like that. I know a lot of people already who do this kind of stuff because we all used to do it together back in the day. Sounded kind of weird, but yeah, somebody who can be an engineer when things start getting busier, a lot more content being produced, and it's gonna take me way too long to try to edit everything myself. You never know, I might be hitting y'all up pretty soon. Now, obviously, I haven't gone to film school, so I don't know all the fancy terminology when it comes to filming, when it comes to lighting and grips and all that other bullshit. So obviously having someone who can be a director of photography or cinematographer, or however you want to say it, would be awesome. Soon we're going to be getting into doing some live action stuff, you know, live action shorts and things like that. And also just photography in general for, you know, the site, the channel, whatever it's going to be. But having that is going to be awesome. And I know a couple of you have already kind of talked to me and we've kind of talked about it a little bit, so that's going to be awesome as well. Having someone who can handle administration stuff when it comes to managing social media and calendars and schedules and things like that would also be a great help. Someone who's really good with people, is a people person, probably extroverted, likes to talk to people and help to set up connections and things like that. Someone who would fit that description would definitely go a long way as well. Speaking of scheduling, I have been doing a lot of schedule management for myself. You know, I try to treat Mind Affiliate as a serious career path, something that I would love to do for the rest of my life. So I gotta be a little bit more serious and responsible when it comes to scheduling these responsibilities versus personal life, versus work life, things like that, just to make sure it all works together real nicely. And just as far as a few other random things, I know lately I've been playing a few games off camera, things I haven't really been doing on camera. Some stuff on camera, actually. There's actually gonna be a few new videos coming out very, very soon, if not already. One of the games I was playing very recently was Horizon Zero Dawn. And so far it's awesome. You know, it's really good mechanics, really good gameplay, a beautiful fucking game. One of the things that kind of surprised me about the game though was the dialogue options that they gave you. I wasn't expecting, or I didn't even know that there were going to be those type of things, you know, where you have to make a decision of doing this or doing that. Now, I haven't really played that far ahead into the story to know how far reaching those decisions are going to be, or if they're just options to flesh out the story. But it kind of had me thinking about some of the other games that I've played in the past where the decisions that you make, the choices that you make as far as dialogue and stuff like that can affect the game. A great example would be the entire Telltale series of games, whether it's The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Batman, and one of the games that I'm super excited about that should be coming out hopefully this year, maybe next year, is going to be the new Telltale Guardians of the Galaxy game, which is going to be awesome. And then of course another series of games that were really inspired by these choices that you make, and a new one actually coming out at the end of this month, Mass Effect. Love me some fucking Mass Effect. You know, in some of the first games, you had the choices of, you know, making good decisions or bad decisions. And based off of those decisions, you might end up killing somebody or saving somebody. You might end up being seen by other characters in the game as a good guy or bad guy. And that can change the story entirely. I am super duper excited about the new Mass Effect, even though they did say, I remember reading somewhere that they said that the good guy choice and the bad guy choice, or the good girl choice and the bad girl choice, because you can be a girl as well. I'm talking really fast, I don't know why. But they said they're kind of getting rid of that whole label, and instead they're just going to present choices. And if you personally feel like this is the right thing to do and you pick that, or if you personally feel like this might be the wrong thing to do, somebody else playing the game might be like, hey, that's not so bad morally, so yeah, you should pick that. I think it's just real interesting to see what people are gonna pick, whether they think this decision is good, where somebody else might think that decision is bad. I think it's really smart that they're not dictating this is the good guy choice and this is the bad guy choice. Also, earlier this week, myself and Samantha, we were playing a little bit of The Witness. But that type of game obviously is going to be a little bit slower. There's not a punch button, there's not a shoot them in the fucking face button or anything like that. But the way it's designed, just the puzzles, making you use your brain to figure things out, you know, they're not straightforward type things. You know, you have to really be intuitive with some of that stuff. And games that do that, just puzzle, riddle style games that make you have to think about it, I think are awesome. One series that I love was the Play Dead series, or it's not really a series, but the Play Dead games, such as Limbo and Inside. Amazing games, really well done, really well scripted. Hopefully you'll see a new series coming playing one of those, probably Inside, even though it's been out for a while. I've kind of seen it played all the way through already, but Samantha has not. And then again, the Telltale games such as Walking Dead and Game of Thrones, Batman, or the Arkham series, those have a lot of puzzles and riddles and things like that that you kind of have to solve in order to get to the next part. And also, to kind of throw one way back a little bit, some of y'all might not even know about this game, but some of y'all may. One of the games that I used to play a lot when I was little was The Secret of Monkey Island. And actually all the Monkey Island series games. The Curse of Monkey Island, LeChuck's Revenge, like all that stuff. Love those games. Even though in those games you can't necessarily die. I mean, there is a little bit of sword fighting, but you can't die in the game. But you can definitely get stuck in the game. You have to kind of be intuitive to figure out, you can put these two items together to make this item, and then that'll let you do this or do that. Or if you look behind here and use that item around, I don't know, it's just a lot of really good stuff. I love the Monkey Island series. I would actually love to see a new game. I know they've rebooted some of the games and, you know, kind of updated the graphics. And I think that about does it as far as vlog number 2 goes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to really talk about. Gonna be watching a few movies this weekend. Hopefully I'll have already seen them by the time this vlog comes out. I know that I'm super excited to watch Logan, and then also I haven't yet seen Get Out, so Samantha and I will be going to watch Get Out because she likes scary movies, horror movies. I'm not really a huge fan of horror movies, but I do really want to see this one. I like Jordan Peele from Key and Peele. He's actually making his directorial debut for Get Out, and right now it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is ridiculous. A lot of really good reviews for that one right now. And actually Logan isn't doing too bad on the reviews either. They're saying that it's the best Wolverine movie, best X-Men movie so far, so I'm gonna be really excited to watch that as well. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Atlanta Falcons shirt. Yes, I'm a Falcons fan. I love the Falcons, and not just this past season. I've loved them for years now. I'm not a bandwagoner like some of y'all out there who decided to jump ship after the third quarter in the Super Bowl. Fucking bitches. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the new season. I know they're finishing up Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The new Atlanta soccer team, actually, the MLS team, I think is gonna be the first team to play in the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So I'm looking forward to that. And speaking of Atlanta and new stadiums, the Atlanta Braves got their new stadium that's almost done as well. Hopefully I'll be taking my camera in for some games and checking out the new stadium for maybe the affiliate blog or something like that for some reason. I don't know why I put it on there. But yeah, I'm excited to see what that's going to be like and watching the Braves in their new place. So that's where I'm from. Shout out to Atlanta. I'd love to hear where some of y'all are from. You can put it in the comments. Let us know about exciting things that may be going on around you in your city as well. So, all right, well, that's it for this week. We will see y'all next week for a new vlog. Be on the lookout for new videos coming out this week. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff. So with that said, bye. One of the things that's kind of been on my mind this week, this past week, fuck you. Or if you don't really know anything about graphic design, god damn it, why can I not say design? Now, I know a lot of people out there who, that was crap. One of the other, and then also, no, I'm not saying also a lot of really good critical, when it comes to being social, I'm not the greatest butterfly. That's terrible. And also earlier this Meek Mills taking the L. And to kind of